Hello everybody from Plant Reviews, today 3rd of February, and I'll talk now about my favorite passion fruit and honestly my favorite probably my favorite of all the tropical fruits. That is the sweet granadilla, also known as granadilla, just simply as granadilla in some countries, even if the term granadilla is also applied to other passion fruits. And the scientific name of the plant producing this marvelous fruit is Passiflora ligularis, and it's a passion flower that also makes wonderful flowers, as most passion flowers do. The Sweet Granadilla is a very vigorous vine. It's a climbing vine, a climbing plant, and it's woody at the base, and it climbs another plant through tendrils. You can see this is a tendril, and the plant is quite big. Can, as I said, can be more than 6 meters tall and wide, and the leaves are heart shaped, as you can see in this picture on the internet, and medium green and quite heavily veined. Medium green on the upper surface, and they are paler on the underneath. The flowers are fragrant. They have a sweet and musky fragrance, I found, and they're about 10 centimeters in diameter. Passiflora ligularis, actually I have a better picture of the flower here. Yeah, you can see here the petals and the sepals of this passion flower are like whitish green, while the filaments of the crown of the passion flower are white, banded in purple and blue. It is a very, very beautiful flower, and well, a gorgeous, gorgeous fruit as well. The fruit is, you can see, is broadly elliptic, kind of egg-shaped, really, and about 6 to 8 centimeters long, and it is orange or orange yellow, but mostly orange with white dots. The pulp is whitish, mucilaginous, and very juicy. It is also quite fragrant and aromatic, and contains several small black seeds. From my order, I ordered actually 3 passion flowers. I ate one a couple of days ago, and I obviously kept a few seeds. And you can see the seeds are quite glossy, black, and they have quite a rough surface. Uh, there is really a multitude of seeds in this passion fruit, as in all the other passion fruits really that I eat, and I will show you inside the fruits soon. So I'll talk a little bit more about the plant. This plant is a pretty common species. It's distributed between Mexico and Central America, and the western part of South America down to Peru and Bolivia. It is not really a tropical plant, it's more like a subtropical plant. It indeed grows at elevations between 900 and 2700 meters, and this plant is intolerant of too much heat, really doesn't tolerate well temperatures above 30 degrees. Unfortunately, also doesn't really tolerate much temperatures near 0 degrees centigrade. Indeed, there were some trials in Israel to cultivate this passion flower. However, the frost killed the plants. The sweet granadilla can be propagated by cuttings or by seeds. Personally, I tried several times to plant the seeds in some years ago, at least probably 3 or 4 times. However, every time the seedlings had problems of dumping off, and all of them died, while I didn't have any problem with Passiflora edulis or Passiflora mollissima. I believe this species must be very sensitive to the humidity in the in the compost. You have to find a good balance between ensuring enough humidity to the seeds of the plants to grow, but really not too much in order to avoid fungal infections, I believe. While the Edulis and the Mollissima were a lot more resistant. The Sweet Granadilla is a fruit that is usually eaten fresh, as I will do today, but can also be used in prepare beverages and sorbets. The plant flowers for most of the year and in its native range, and prefers light soils, is adaptable to several different conditions, but the most important is that the soil is well drained. It starts flowering about 9 or 10 months after planting, and the ideal temperature of this for this plant is between 15 and 25 degrees Celsius. So let's see what is the fruit look like. So I wash it as usual, and okay, so what I do with passion fruit is, especially with this rounded one, is I cut them quite from the top. Passion fruits have a lot of seeds inside, and they are actually not very well attached to the skin. So what I do is holding the passion fruits in my hand, allowing the seeds, most of the seeds, to drop on the lower part, and I open a small hole, a little bit tighter, a little bit smaller than the equator of this of the fruit of the globe. As you can see, the skin is quite hard, and there is a white rind inside. So the rind is okay to be eaten. I just clean it a bit more. And in this white rind are contained the seeds. So what you do is you take a spoon, just washing the spoon as well, and basically you open the passion fruit like this. So as you can see, some of the seeds are still attached to the white rind. However, most of them are detached from it, so that's the reason, because it's very important to hold the passion fruit in a position, in a way that you can keep the seeds inside. Just a couple of seeds are a little bit attached to the rind. However, you can basically put them back in here. So, and then, well, the fragrance is already incredible. It's really like quite weirdly, it resembles the fragrance of a basket of figs. So let's eat the seeds. You can see the seeds are black, as I showed you before, and they are encased in this mucilaginous substance, whitish grayish, and they are quite tight all together, so you have to really work out with a spoon to avoid them falling all over the places. They've been likened to like a frog spawn, and indeed, actually, yeah, they look a little bit like a frog spawn. And so, well, I will enjoy my Sweet Granadilla. The sweetness of this fruit is incredible, and it is you can see a little bit of juice here. It's not as sweet as a fig, but it is a little bit like to have a drink with this wonderful like fig juices would be possible. Yeah, probably I would say. Yeah, it really tastes like a fig juice, obviously, with some seeds that are obviously perfectly fine to be eaten. There's a little bit of acidic taste, but so slight that really it just stays as a kind of fresh sensation, because the sweet note overpowers a lot more the acidic taste of passion flower. The acidic taste is really almost irrelevant. It's absolutely a great fruit. As I said, is probably my favorite tropical fruit, and I could eat tons of sweet granadillas if it was a little bit cheaper, a little bit less dear, less expensive. Would be absolutely great. Anyway, I hope this time the seeds I will plant will germinate and I will be able to grow them. What I will do is probably putting boiled water in the compost to avoid to kill any fungal spores, and obviously be careful to keep the seeds moist enough but not over wet to avoid them dumping off problems. And I will try also to put each seeds in a tray or in a small pot, so because I don't want really to risk problems in transplanting the seeds, the little plantlets, because some plants are very sensitive when you transplant them. So I will see how it goes. The other passion flowers I planted years ago never had any problem in transplanting, but with the ligularis I really don't want to risk, and I really hope to be able to grow them in the UK in a greenhouse, or at least in winter bringing them in my house. I hope you enjoyed the video. As usual, thank you very much for watching. If you would like to support my channel, it would be great if you can please subscribe, and as usual I hope to see you again on my YouTube channel. Thank you very much and see you next time. Bye.